Turning 40 is quite an event in anyone's life, and obviously for the Govett-Brewster, it's something for us to really think about where we've been and what we are becoming. And looking back at the history, of course, the gallery opened in spectacular fashion back in 1970 when Real Time, which was the exhibition that Leon Narby, a pulsing, dynamic, light-soaked, clanging, clashing installation, and that became the opening exhibition. And therefore, looking back at that time, I wanted to do two things. I wanted to go back to where the gallery began with its very visionary positioning on the New Zealand art scene, and also to look back at how that first day occurred, and that day occurred with a street party. There seemed to be a beautiful logic in extending the idea of the street party, also closing off the street, but doing it in 2010 style.
Karongo ki au ki ngā kōrero ki ngā wānanga ki ngā karakia. Ka te to'u o te ringa. He ka waka awa tuku o ki aro ki a o pēra. E koro ki o ka te waka tau o te mate o e.
Len Lai's trilogy, which of course there was this beautiful hushed silence where the power and beauty of the work was really very, very palpable in terms of the audience, and the spiritual significance of the blessing ending with the performance by trilogy was very appropriate to Len Lai's intention for that work, which is all about the spiritual power of energy. Very interested to honour the people of New Plymouth. Govett-Brewster has not happened in spite of New Plymouth, it's happened because of New Plymouth. This beautiful West Coast lightning-filled space with the mountain overlooking us all is a wonderful place of dynamism, and it's because of New Plymouth that the Govett-Brewster is what it is. So I was very interested to give back a night to remember.
Happy birthday!
Many people were very interested to see what John Reynolds had been working on so furiously for the last month, and this continued inside the gallery. And then John Reynolds, of course, did a marvellous little performance with his work Hell's Bells, which was a terrific new work based on the songs that had been used by the US military as a system of torture in Guantanamo Bay. But in this context, what John Reynolds was doing was looking back at that very contemporary history, but using both humour and popular culture to invite the audience to play with the possibilities of those lyrics, to create new poems, to create new ways forward into the future. The performances began appropriately with a wonderful kapahaka group of a beautiful collection of young men and women called Te Kura o Tuarua Waitara. The vision of Monica Brewster, who was a a young woman who grew up in New Plymouth and had a vision to create a window to the world, to the contemporary world. Her vision was a contemporary museum that would offer something extraordinary for the people of New Plymouth, and it was her bequest and a gifting back in the late 60s and soon after in the early 70s that allowed the Govett-Brewster to not only be able to present the very best of contemporary art from around the world, but also to establish a marvellous collection that still grows today. A fantastic highlight during the night was the robot rock star competition for costume. And suddenly there was this big buzz around town, and here they were, 40 of them. And those robot rock stars epitomised what the Govett-Brewster's all about, which is wild vision and uncompromising attention to detail and a hell of a lot of fun.
And how long did it take you to make your costume? 4 months. You took it 4 months. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for all our robots.
The Trons are pretty unique in the world. They're quite possibly the world's only self-playing junk robot band. One of the things that a lot of people were most looking forward to is Monica's gift, this projection on the side of the building. The building itself was turned inside out and became a screen for a snapshot of the history of the Govett-Brewster and where it's going to. It tracked back from original footage from Leon Narby's Real Time, images of Monica Brewster, tracking back through some of the most memorable and stunning exhibitions that the gallery has presented, and moving through to where we are now, the work of nomadology, the work of Len Lai, and where we might go to the future. The last 5 minutes of Monica's gift, of course, transformed the building using architectural technology and using 3D animation. So the building itself came alive, moving forward, falling apart, exploding off into the heavens, and that was really where the Monica's Gift project really went off and became something really quite stunning for everybody in the audience. Earth Hour, of course, is not just about turning off lights, it's about awareness for the global condition of the planet and issues of sustainability. What we did is we cut the lights for a minute, referenced Earth Hour, and then that led to the first track by Pitch Black that was all about these issues.
Every day, one step to take, another move to make. Every way that we live our life has a part to play.
much, you guys. Happy birthday, Govett-Brewster. Here's to 40,000 more.
One of the things that absolutely delighted me at the end of the night was a young woman came up with a very, very excited little boy, and she said, when I first came to the Govett-Brewster, Len Lai blew me away. This night and the projections on the building is going to be long remembered by my little boy as one of those defining moments. And that to me is the greatest compliment we could have for what we wanted to do and how we wanted the event to be for the people of New Plymouth.